The legs have already a hole. And so we don't need to drill hole. I was thinking initially to drill holes here at the bottom as well. We have 4 drainage locations, so I really don't think we need to do that. Come on. Okay. It's ready. Got some good quality ginger, might be organic, and I like this size of a ginger, you know, that has some shoots already, and it's easy to grow. And I have basically, some of them I have snapped them and kept them for a couple of days so that they are dry. So we're gonna place them at almost 20 centimeter distance. I would say here, here, here. So this is a positioning for a ginger. So all what we need to do is just to, we don't need it too deep. We just, it's a surface root system for gingers. I'm gonna put some organic blood bond. So blood and bone is just an organic fertilizer, and it will help boost ginger quickly, give it a good boost. And I've also prepared a very good compost with some organic matter and some very good soil, mixed soil. So just water it now. So just give it a good shower. The first watering could be a bit more excessive because we have just used a lot of compost here, which is dry and moist. So this is the worst. We don't have to water it that much every time. This is just the initial planting of ginger. We need some good water. Now we'll just cover it with a Need a good mulch, which is sugarcane mulch. The sugarcane mulch would also act as a soil improver. It would also retain the moisture within the planter, and it would then decompose, and it would also act as a good fertilizer. So we'll just give it a quick sprinkle shower, and that's it. We'll place this in a location which is full sun, but not an excessive sun. It's established a bit, then we can put it under a full sun. Initially, in the initial few shoots, we need to protect it against a very direct sun. As I showed you in my video earlier, that the ginger that I planted, they had some growth buds from which normally the green shoots grow. Okay, before I take you to my ginger planter box, just let me show you how well is my jasmine growing, and it gives an excellent fragrance. Mint is doing very well. I'm not worried about it. It's there in this raised garden bed for almost 2 years now, and we just had a mint chutney yesterday. So what I've done here with my ginger, I have just covered it, and you see it's dry, so rain hasn't affected it much because I have put it under the eave. I mean, growing ginger at home isn't that hard. Like, ginger doesn't need to be planted that deep, as I showed you in my video earlier. Just 2 inches, 2 to 4 inches max. I would say 2 inches. Just enough soil to cover the ginger. And well, ginger is one of my favorite ingredients that I use in our cuisines, garnishing, and I use it a lot for my tea. So technically speaking, ginger is a stem. This planter also had a bit of a water storage underneath. I was thinking to keep this planter box under this eave. The advantage of planting ginger in a tub or in a planter is you can move it to adjust the most suitable growing conditions. For example, in a very hot climatic conditions or hot months, we can put ginger, we can put this planter under a shade, partial shade, or in a very cold chilling months when the temperature goes less than 10 degrees Celsius, we just put it under full sun. Ginger likes a lot warm, humid environment, so anything more than 25, 26, 30 degrees Celsius, it works very well for ginger. Anything less than 10 degrees Celsius, it's a killer for ginger. We have to think of some other type of plantation if we are living in those winter zones. The best time to grow ginger is mid-spring to late spring, when the soil and the temperature starts getting warmer. As I said, keep the soil damp. Use organic mulch. I have used sugarcane mulch here. Once we have green shoots appear, say in approximately a few months, 3 months, so I would say it's a time to give it a good feed with some organic fertilizer. I'll see you again. This is part 1 for my ginger plantation. So for hotter months or warmer climate, place your planter box or pot in a semi-shade. And for cooler months of winter, put your pot or planter box in full sun. Now it is mid of spring here in Sydney, and it started raining, but I thought, look, nature will take its own course. What I have done is I have protected it from too much rain, so I don't want all the nutritions of my compost and soil that I prepared is drained out by a heavy rain, so I just protected it. I'm going to cover it partially as well. It is under the eave as well, so it was dry after all that rain, which is great. So it has pretty good and happy growing conditions so far.